Hey folks, Dude here, coming to you late at night on one of my, well, probably lesser well-planned things, but I'm going to give you guys kind of the heads up on something going on here. On my Walmart Survival Ration Bar video, one of my channel subscribers by the name of Beta Talk 357 put this comment down, and I'm going to give you my response to his comment. I'm going to give you the final foregone conclusion for me, probably just not doing the smartest thing in the world I can do to myself, but let me just read his comment first. Are these things like hardtack? Is it better letting them sit and soak in a gallon of hot water or hot coffee? Like with a homebrew MRE, can you make a homebrew lifeboat ration? Kind of like a Pop Tart, non perishable crust surrounding fruit flavored, nutrient rich heaven. Okay, so, I don't know. I've never tried to do anything like that, but let me read you my comment back. Dude, I just add some flavor to the hardtack dough, like a raspberry extract. Hardtack is a seriously dried out dough with no leavening. This stuff is hydraulically compressed, dried out gack that they put into a heavy duty Mylar bag and then vac seal. Soak it? Ew. Think cornmeal texture, not grits, but little nasties. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do that. Prepare for tomorrow's video. Watered down gack. Sudden impact. Toilet version. See ya, dude. Okay, now going back to his comments. Are these things like hardtack? No, they're not like hardtack. Hardtack is essentially just this really, really dried out bread, and my buddy Dave Simonson, also known as Doc Simonson, did a video where he tried to do hardtack, and he made hardtack, and he let it soak in tea and had it steep for quite a while, man, because this thing's really just like tooth threatening. And he said with tea, it was okay, but it's much better after you let them soak and put gravy on them, because then it kind of comes out like a dumpling kind of thing. Now he's asking if I've ever tried to make these things, these ridiculously overly hard food bars. No, I've never done anything like that at all. But you know what? I'm going to try to do kind of an experiment that he was talking about, like, letting them pretty much just have like a good soak. So I have one in a container, okay? It is in a container. So let's just add 4, 5, 6 ounces, whatever is in this little container. So pretty much just let it set. And we'll let it set. Now, I do have a cover for this, so let's pop the cover on board. Burp out the air. Okay, and it is a sealed. Oh no, I'm just kidding. It's sealed. It's one of these the good Rubbermaids. These things are locked in place. Now, it's in there. And I'm just gonna let. Oh, the water's changing color already. Oh. All right, so I'm gonna let this thing soak overnight. We're gonna see what happens when this thing soaks overnight. What the consistency is, whether it gets any better, whether it gets any worse, or is it simply just, dude, what the hell were you thinking? So tune in for later in the next segment where we have watered down gack, sudden impact, toilet version. Because something's gonna go. Well, I'm gonna put this video in the can, and something else might go in the can. Bubble gut gonna be me, I think. Oof. I'm gonna let this thing soak overnight, and I'll probably hit it like maybe noonish, and we'll go from there. So here's where we're at right now, and I'm not looking forward to this one. About as much as the shelf-stable sandwiches, this is like right up there with the bad survival food. Remember, folks, if you have other stuff to eat it first. If you have these, trade it to suckers for their food. Don't eat these things if you can avoid them. They are the worst-case scenario of don't eat that stuff. Yeah, this stuff right here. That's don't eat that stuff. All right, stand by for the next segment, folks. We'll go from on to where we're going from where we are right now with Brecco food stuff. Oof. Stand by on that one, folks. See you next segment. Which for me is like overnight. For you guys, it's like right 5, 4, 3, 2, now. Oh, hey, folks. How you doing there? Okay, this is the second segment. Yes, I said, of course, it'd be the previous evening to the current day. Right now, it is 12:40 in the afternoon. So pretty much 14 hours after the previous iteration of putting this in a container and adding some Wawa. So let's see what we get. Now, conversely, one of my other subscribers on the other video that I posted about this stuff had stated, what happens if you dump warm water on it? Do you get something akin to something like grits or something more palatable? I don't think it's going to switch up, and I damn sure think it is not going to be like grits. But let's see what happened. Okay, it did. Well, it changed color a bit, I'm thinking. Let's see. We went from this to that. Looks more washed out, and obviously, texturally, things have probably changed. So I got both my implements of destruction here. I got a spoon, I got a fork. Let's see what happened. First off, the fork. Oh, oh. Exterior is a little bit more squishy. Mm, mm. Oh, it's crumbly. It's more cakey. I seriously don't commend this to you. Mm. Well, apple cinnamon survival. Not that one. I grabbed the wrong one. Emergency food ration bars after soaking in water for 14 hours. Here we go again. I commend it to you. I have some companions. Hopefully, I don't join them. Mm. Mm. It's not grits. It's way more like maybe like oatmeal. The outside is still way hard. I think that this thing would have to soak for a really, really long time to get soft and squishy. Mm. Some of it did get squishier though, but I don't think the whole thing is going to get squishier. But it is softer. I mean, if you had somebody with like, dental issues or something, this would be the way to do it. Just put the stuff in water, let it soak, and, overnight, and they could then probably kind of gum the crap out of it. Mm. Mm. Taste wise, it's still very much like that the apple cinnamon instant oatmeal. That's the closest thing I could put it to. It's like the little packages of instant oatmeal that you add hot water to. The apple cinnamon, it tastes almost exactly like that. That would be the easiest flavor cue I could come up with. Now I don't mind those apple cinnamon oatmeal things either. I mean, I actually think they're pretty good. Years ago, when I was a kid in school, we actually did a school trip, and we hiked part of the Appalachian Trail. That was one of the things that we utilized for food for breakfast. We had like packages of cocoa and packages of that oatmeal. I'm just making a freaking mess here, man. Well, obviously because of video malfunctions, I didn't previously get the previous video to function, and I'm now running and gunning with an after effect of it. So let me just give you guys kind of like where did we get to from here kind of thing. Now, actually letting it soak overnight, it did get softer. Okay, is it like oatmeal? No, but if you guys try that instant oatmeal, the apple cinnamon stuff, it does kind of have nuances of that. Notice I have a fork and a spoon just in case. And if you have somebody who has like really bad dental issues or something like that, this would be the way to do it. Now, in terms of what it actually gets out of being soaked in water overnight, excuse me, you want me to do the juice. The water doesn't really get anything out of it. But what you could do by letting it soak overnight is it actually is better for people who have like dental issues or, if they're ill or something. But I would let this thing soak for an entire day, not just the time that it is right now of 12:40 or so in the afternoon. So it's been soaked for about 14 hours. It did get appreciably softer, but there is still the crunchy interior. Now, one of my buddies, Salty Shellback, is going to do a comparison. He's got some of the Daytrex bars, which is pretty much what this is. I mean, it's pretty much just a Daytrex bar. This is flavored differently. The Daytrex stuff is actually flavored with lemon. And it actually uses coconut oil. This one uses, it doesn't use coconut oil. This one actually uses, let's see what the one they used in this one. They actually use, palm oil. Palm oil, I guess because it would be a little bit cheaper. Case in point, though, this is not any better than it was previously, but it is, well, if you let it soak, you'll have softer bitties in which to ingest. But like I said, previous iteration, I was standing and it just went splash everywhere. and I splashed my keyboard. Hopefully it survived, but if it didn't survive, it's a cheap keyboard. I'm not going to cry too much. I'm just going to go to Wally World and get another $14 keyboard, but the annoyance factor is pretty high. In terms of taste, it really hasn't improved. In terms of texture, it's different. So I would say if you guys had an opportunity, you had to eat this crap, 24-hour soak, it's going to get appreciably easier to ingest. It's going to be probably better if you have kids around, unless they really do like gnawing on the little blocks. But the problem is the little blocks are dropping crumbs everywhere. That's a waste. Don't do that to yourself. Knock it out by such a means and way, shape, and form that you actually put it into a container, and you're not wasting half the stuff that you're trying to eat by spreading crumbs everywhere and feeding all the ants. Don't do that. In terms of my second iteration and second tasting on this stuff, no, it's not getting any better. Yeah, it's still, worse. I'm worst case scenario food, folks. I mean, I've had other friends who are subscribers, who are basically saying, "Oh yeah, this stuff's great. I break off pieces and drink coffee and eat the stuff, and it's great. I leave it in my car. It doesn't change shape, way warm. It's fine in high temperatures. It's that and the other thing." I would not consider this stuff coffee cake. Okay, case in point, it is not coffee cake. Can you live off it? Probably. Is it something that you want to live off? Not me, dude. This is gonna be, hey man, what do you got to trade? Oh, I got 14 pounds of Bambi jerky. Here you go. Have fun. How long's the store? However long you want it. Well, what is it? It's emergency food ration bars. Enjoy. Goodbye. I'm going to take the 14 pounds of Bambi jerky, and I'm going to run like a scalded cat, because that sucker's got that crap, and I'd have got something better. Ugh. All right, folks, I'm going to break off on this one. Eat good, keep it tender. It's always, you know it, you love it. These emergency ration bars, second time out, are not any better than the previous iteration of me trying them, letting them soak now to try to get some better results. They're not it, okay? They're just, they work, but they're not it. I'm going to trade that off to some other sucker as opposed to me eating that stuff. Ugh, I'm going to pass on this stuff. See you guys.